Hey there, everybody. Okay, so the purpose of this video, I want to get you an instructional. Excuse me, I'm having a hard time talking right now. An instructional video to help you understand this spreadsheet that goes along with Quiz 3. So let me just pop open Quiz 3 real quick. It's the prisoner problem. It's the first of a few of them, actually. The prisoner problem quiz, and you can read. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you, and you'll have a solution video for the quiz as well on Friday. But I mentioned at the very end of it, checking, testing your answers with a spreadsheet. And I just want to give you a heads up and show you how to use that spreadsheet. So we're going to do first. Actually, I want to check one thing real quick. I need to shut this down. I can't have more than one spreadsheet open at a time. I've learned that. Okay. And that's a good note for you too, especially with some of these simulator type spreadsheets. You can't have more than one spreadsheet open, otherwise they misbehave, and I'm not really sure why, but they just do. Okay, so this one, it's a macro enabled spreadsheet, and I'll explain that in a second. If you get the little warning box, just go ahead and click enable content. So what this I just want to show you the mechanics of this spreadsheet. It won't make sense until you look at the quiz itself, but in case you haven't yet, I'd say go back and read the quiz and then come back and watch this video. But the idea is you've got two bowls and you're putting marbles in them. There's 10 white marbles and 10 black marbles. And the idea here is you're using these arrows, you are changing the number of white and black marbles in bowl 1. Like so right now, for example, I put 10 white marbles in bowl 1 and 2 black marbles in bowl 1. If I want to increase the number of black marbles in bowl 1, I can up arrow. If I want to decrease it, I can down arrow. If I want to decrease the number of white marbles. And you might notice that as that's changing over here, they are being added to the other bowl. Having just two bowls, it's actually fairly nice you can do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and test. I'm going to put 10 white marbles in bowl 1 and 10 black marbles in bowl 2, and we're going to see what that ends up looking like. Now, what over here is doing is you're keeping track of, and again, this makes more sense if you actually read the quiz and see what's going on, but you're keeping track of the chance or the percent of the time that the prisoner lives if they always use this arrangement of marbles. So if you press the F9 button, another prisoner goes through, and what you're seeing right now is every time I press it, the number of trials goes up by one, up by one, up by one, up by one, and then the number of times he lives, if he lives, this goes up by 1. And if you just simply hold it down, you begin to realize pretty quickly that the chance of living is basically 50-50, and it's starting to hover on that. And this is one of the things the quiz actually gets into and talks about being 50-50. If you put all the white marbles in one and all the black marbles in the other. So when I say you can test your theory, by the end of the quiz, you're going to be doing your own arrangement of marbles. For example, we might put half. Oops, we might put half in each. Okay, and then we can hit reset, Control Shift plus R, that resets the experiment back to the beginning, and then you can just hold down the F9 button, and the little blue dot is kind of indicating where the cumulative percentage is going. So in other words, over a long period of time. And I understand that this is a little bit silly. It's a little bit silly because one prisoner gets one shot at this. You don't get repeated tries at this, you get one shot. But the idea is, the very common answer is, can you beat 50-50? And the answer, surprisingly, is yes, you can do better than 50-50. It's a little bit hard to see maybe at first how you can't, but the quiz hopefully teaches you through enough guided practice that you can mess with the number of white and black marbles in the bowls and arrange them in such a way that you actually can do better than 50-50. I just wanted to make sure you knew how the actual spreadsheet worked, so you could test your theory if you wanted to. You do not need to use the spreadsheet, but it does. If you're interested in kind of seeing your theory or your arrangement put to the test, it can help you there. All right, I hope that helped, and we'll see you in class.